In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Glorious is he who made his servant travel by night from Al-Masjidul Haram to Al-Masjidul Aqsa, whose environs we have blessed, so that we let him see some of our signs. Surely, he is the all-hearing, the all-seeing. And we gave Musa the book and made it guidance for the children of Israel, bearing the command, do not take anyone other than me as guardian. Are you, the progeny of those whom we put on board with Nuh? Surely, he was a very grateful servant. And we declared to the children of Israel in the book, you will surely spread mischief on the earth twice, and you will surely show utmost haughtiness. So, when came the time appointed for the first of the two, we dispatched against you some servants belonging to us having strong aggressive power, who combed through the houses, and it was a promise, bound to be fulfilled. Then we gave you your turn to overpower them, and increased your strength with wealth and sons, and made you greater in number, saying, if you do good, you will do it for your own benefit, and if you do evil, it will be against yourselves. Later, when came the time appointed for the second, we sent others, so that they spoil your faces, and so that they enter into the mosque as the former ones entered it the first time, and utterly destroy whatever they prevail upon. Maybe your Lord would bestow mercy upon you. But if you do this again, we shall do that again, and we have made Jahannam, hell, a prison for the disbelievers. Surely, this Quran guides to something that is most straightforward, and gives glad tidings to the believers who do good deeds, that ready for them there is a great reward, and that we have prepared a painful punishment for those who do not believe in the hereafter. Man prays for evil like his prayer for good, and man is so hasty. We have made the night and the day two signs, then we made the sign of night marked by darkness and the sign of day bright, so that you may seek grace from your Lord, and that you may know how to number the years and how to compute. And we have expounded everything in detail. We have tied up every human's fortune to his neck, and on the day of resurrection, we will bring forth a book for him that he will find wide open. And we will say to him, read your book. Enough are you today to take your own account. Whoever adopts the right path does so for his own benefit, and whoever goes astray does so to his own detriment, and no bearer of burden shall bear the burden of another, and it is not our way to punish anyone, unless we send a messenger. And when we intend to destroy a habitation, we command its affluent people to do good, then they commit sins therein, and thus the word of punishment becomes applicable to it, habitation, and we annihilate it totally. How many a generation have we destroyed after Nuh? And enough is your Lord to know, and watch the sins of his servants. Whoever opts for the immediate benefits from life herein, we give him, right here in this life, as much as we will, to whomever we intend. Then we assign Jahannam for him where he shall enter condemned, discarded. And whoever opts for the hereafter and makes efforts for it as due, while he is a believer, then the effort of such people is appreciated. To all of them, both these and those, we extend the grants of your Lord. And the grant of your Lord is not barred, for anyone. See how we made some of them excel some others, in this world, and, of course, the hereafter is much higher in ranks and much greater in degrees of merit. Do not set up any other god along with Allah, otherwise you will sit condemned, forsaken. Your Lord has decreed that you worship none but him, and do good to parents. If any one of them or both of them reach old age, do not say to them, "Uff," a word or expression of anger or contempt, and do not scold them, and address them with respectful words. And submit yourself before them in humility out of compassion, and say, "My Lord, be merciful to them as they have brought me up in my childhood." Your Lord knows best what is in your hearts. If you are righteous, then he is most forgiving for those who turn to him in repentance. Give the relative his right, and the needy and the wayfarer. And do not squander recklessly. Surely, squanderers are brothers of Satan's, and the Satan is very ungrateful to his Lord. And if you turn away from them looking for a bounty from your Lord you are expecting, then speak to them in polite words. And do not keep your hand tied to your neck, nor extend it to the full extent, lest you should be sitting reproached, empty-handed. Indeed, Your Lord expands sustenance for whomsoever He wills, and constricts for whomsoever He wills. Surely, He is all aware of His servants, all-seeing. Do not kill your children for fear of poverty. We provide sustenance to them and to you, too. Killing them is a great sin indeed. Do not even go close to fornication. It is indeed a shameful act, and an evil way to follow. Do not kill any person the life of whom is sanctified by Allah, except for a just reason. And whoever is killed unjustly, we have invested his heir with authority, of equal retaliation, but he must not cross the limit in the matter of killing. Surely, he will be helped. Do not go near the property of an orphan, except in a manner that is good, until he comes to his maturity. And fulfill the covenant. Surely, the covenant shall be asked about, on the day of reckoning. And give full measure when you measure, and weigh with a straight balance. That is fair, and better at the end. And do not follow a thing about which you have no knowledge. Surely, the ear, the eye and the heart, each one of them shall be interrogated about. Do not walk on the earth in haughty style. You can neither tear the earth apart, nor can you match the mountains in height. That which is evil, of all these, is detestable in the sight of your Lord. This is part of the wisdom your Lord has revealed to you. And do not set up any other god along with Allah, lest you should be thrown into Jahannam, reproached, rejected. Is it, then, that your Lord has chosen you people to have sons, and has Himself opted for females from among the angels? Surely, you are uttering a serious statement. Surely, we have explained things in various ways in this Quran, so that they may pay heed to the advice, but it increases nothing in them except aversion. Say, had there been other gods along with Him, as they say, then they would have found out a way to the Lord of the throne. Pure is He, and exalted, immensely above what they say. All the seven skies and the earth and all those therein extol His purity. And there is not a single thing that does not extol His purity along with His praise, but you do not understand their extolling. Surely He is forbearing, most forgiving. When you recite the Quran, we place an invisible curtain between you and those who do not believe in the hereafter, and we put covers on their hearts barring them from understanding it, and we put deafness in their ears. And when you refer to your Lord alone, without referring to their presumed deities, in the Quran, they turn their backs in aversion. We are fully aware of the reason for which they listen, when they listen to you, and when they are in secret consultation, when the transgressors say, "You are following none but a bewitched man." See how they have made silly statements about you, so they have gone astray and cannot find a way. And they say, once we are reduced to bones and dust, is it then that we will be raised, created anew? Say, be you stones or iron or any creation you deem harder in your hearts. Thereupon they will ask, who will bring us back? Say, the one who created you for the first time. So, they will shake their heads before you and say, when shall that be? Say, maybe, it is near. It will be, on a day when He will call you, and you will respond praising Him, and you will think you did not stay on the earth, but for a short while. Tell my servants that they should speak that which is best. Surely, Satan creates discord among them. Indeed, Satan is an open enemy to mankind. Your Lord knows you best. If He so wills, He will have mercy on you, and if He so wills, He will punish you. And we did not send you, O Prophet, to become responsible for them. Your Lord knows best about all those in the heavens and the earth, and we have certainly granted excellence to some prophets over some others, and we gave Dawood the Zabur, the Psalms. Say, call those whom you assume to be gods, besides Him, while they have no power to remove distress from you, nor to change it, those whom they invoke, do themselves seek the means of access to their Lord as to which of them becomes the closest, and they hope for His mercy and fear His punishment. The punishment of your Lord is really something to be feared. There is no town but we are to destroy it before the doomsday, or punish it with severe punishment. That is what stands written in the book. Nothing made us refrain from sending the signs demanded by the pagans, except that the earlier people had rejected them. For example, we gave Thamud the she-camel, as an eye-opener. Then they did wrong to her. And we do not send signs but as a warning. Remember, when we said to you that your Lord encompasses all humans. And we did not make the vision we showed to you, but a test for the people, and the tree cursed in the Quran as well. And we warn them, yet it adds nothing to them but enormous rebellion. Remember, when we said to the angels, prostrate yourself before Adam. So, they all prostrated, except Iblis, Satan. He said, shall I prostrate before the one you have created from mud? He, Iblis, added, tell me, this one whom you have honored more than me, if you give me respite till the doomsday, I will subdue his progeny, except a few of them. He, Allah, said, go then, for whoever of them follows you, the hell shall be the recompense of you all, a full recompense. Entice with your voice those of them whom you can, and rally against them your horsemen and your footmen, and share with them in their wealth and their children, and make promises to them, and Satan promises them nothing but delusion. As for my servants, you have no control over them, and your Lord is enough to look after everything. Your Lord is the one who causes ships to sail for you through the sea, so that you may go in quest of his bounty. Surely, he is ever merciful for you. And when you face a hardship at sea, vanished are those whom you used to invoke, except him, Allah. Then, once he brings you safe to the land, you turn away from him. Man is so ungrateful. Do you, then, feel secure from that he makes a part of the land sink down along with you, or that he sends down a rain of stones on you, whereupon you will find no one to protect you? Or, do you feel secure from that he takes you back to it, the sea, once again, and sends a heavy storm of wind upon you which drowns you because of your disbelief? And then you will find no one to help. And we bestowed dignity on the children of Adam and provided them with rides on the land and in the sea, and provided them with a variety of good things and made them much superior to many of those whom we have created. Think of the day when we will call every people with their books of deeds. Then the ones who will be given their book in their right hands will read their book, happily, and will not be wronged even to the measure of a fine thread. But whoever is, too, blind in this world to see the right path, will be, too, blind in the hereafter, to reach the salvation, and much more astray from the path. O Prophet, surely, they were about to lure you away from what we have revealed to you, so that you forge something else against us, and in that case they would have certainly made you a bosom friend. Had we not made you firm, it was likely that you would have inclined towards them a little bit. In that case, we would have surely made you taste a double punishment in life and a double punishment after death. Then you would not have found anyone to help you against us. And they were likely to harass you in the land, so that they could expel you from there, and in that case, they will have not lived there after you, but a little. Such has been our way with the messengers we sent before you. And you will find no change in our way. O Prophet, establish Salah between the decline of the sun and the darkness of the night, and establish the recital at dawn. Surely, the recital at dawn is well attended. And during the night, wake up for Salah of Tahajjud, an additional prayer for you. It is very likely that your Lord will place you at praised station and say, O my Lord, make me enter a rightful entrance and make me exit a rightful exit, and grant me from your own power, favored by you, and say, truth has come and falsehood has vanished. Falsehood is surely bound to vanish. We reveal the Quran, which is cure and mercy for the believers, and it adds nothing to the unjust but loss. When we bestow our favor upon man, he avoids to recognize it, and keeps himself far aside from obedience, and when some evil touches him, he is in total despair. Say, everyone acts in his own style. So, your Lord knows best which one is better guided in his way. And they ask you about the soul. Say, the soul is something from the command of my Lord, and you are not given from the knowledge but a little. And if we so will, we will surely take away what we have revealed to you, then you shall find no one to rely upon against us in this matter, but it is a mercy from your Lord. great is indeed his favor upon you. Say, if all the humans and jinns join together to produce anything like this Quran, they will not be able to come up with anything like it, even if they assist one another. Indeed, we explained every subject in this Quran in various ways for the benefit of mankind. Still, most of the people refused to do anything but reject. They said, "We shall never believe in you unless you cause a spring to gush forth for us from the earth, or you have a garden of date palms and grapes. Then you bring forth rivers from their midst in abundance, or you cause the sky to fall upon us in pieces, as you claimed, or you bring Allah and angels before us face to face, or you have a house made of gold, or you ascend to the sky, and we will not believe in your ascension unless you send down to us a book we may read." Say, I proclaim the purity of my Lord. I am nothing but human, a messenger. Nothing prevented people from believing, when guidance came to them, except that they said, "Has Allah sent a man as a messenger?" Say, had there been angels, living, on the earth, walking about in peace, we would have certainly sent down to them an angel from the heavens as a messenger. Say, Allah is sufficient as witness between me and you. Surely, He is all aware, all watchful to His servants. The one whom Allah guides is the guided one, and those whom He lets go astray, you will never find for them any helpers other than Him. And we shall gather them on the day of judgment, with their faces down, blind, dumb and deaf. Their abode is the fire. Whenever it calms down, we increase its flames for them. That is their punishment, because they rejected our signs and said, "Is it that once we are reduced to bones and dust, is it then that we shall be raised, created anew?" Have they not seen that Allah, who has created the heavens and the earth, has the power to create them as they were? He has appointed a time for them in which there is no doubt. Still, the wrongdoers refuse to do anything but reject. Say, if you were to own the treasures of my Lord's blessing, you would certainly hold them back, lest it should be spent. Man is so niggardly. Surely we gave Musa 9 clear signs. So, ask the children of Israel, when he came to them, Pharaoh said to him, "I am afraid, O Musa, you are under the spell of magic." He, Musa, said, "You know well that these signs are sent down by none but by the Lord of the heavens and the earth as eye-openers. And, I am afraid, O Pharaoh, you are going to be destroyed." Then he, Pharaoh, tried to harass them to drive them out of the land. So we drowned him and those with him altogether, and thereafter we said to the children of Israel, "Live in the land." So, when the appointed time of the hereafter will come, we shall bring you all joined together. With truth we have sent it, the Quran, down, and with truth it descended, and we did not send you but as a bearer of good tidings and as a warner. We have divided the Quran in portions, so that you may recite it to the people gradually, and we have revealed it little by little. Say, believe in it or do not believe in it. When it is recited to those who were given knowledge before it, they fall down on their faces in prostration and say, "Pure is our Lord. Certainly, the word of our Lord was sure to be fulfilled." They fall down on their faces weeping, and it increases humbleness in their hearts. Say, call Him by the name of Allah, or Ar-Rahman, in whichever way you call. His are the best names. Do not be too loud in your salah, nor be too low in it, and seek a way in between. Say, praise belongs to Allah, who has neither had a son, nor is there any partner to Him in His kingdom, nor is anyone needed to protect Him from any weakness, and proclaim His greatness, an open proclamation. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Praise belongs to Allah, who has sent down the book to His servant, and allowed no crookedness in it. A straightforward book to warn of a severe punishment from Him, and to give the good news to the believers, who do righteous deeds, that they will have an excellent reward, paradise, in which they will dwell forever. And to warn those who have said that Allah has had a son, while they have no knowledge about it, nor had their fathers. Grave is the word that comes out of their mouths. They say nothing but lie. So, O Prophet, perhaps you are going to kill yourself after them, out of grief, If they do not believe in this discourse, surely, we have made what is on earth an adornment for it, so that we test them as to who among them is better in deeds. And surely, we are going to turn whatever is thereon into a barren land. Do you think that the people of Kahf, the cave, and Rakim, inscription, were unusual out of our signs? When the young men took refuge in the cave and said, Our Lord, bless us with mercy from your own and provide us with guidance in our matters. So, we sealed up their hearing, putting them to sleep, in the cave for a number of years. Thereafter we raised them up, so that we know which of the two groups had better calculated the period in which they remained sleeping. We narrate to you their story with truth. They were young men who believed in their Lord, and we gave them more guidance. We made their hearts firm when they stood up and said, Our Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth. We shall never invoke any god other than him, otherwise we would be saying something far from the truth. These, our people, have adopted gods other than him. Why do they not bring a clear proof in their favor? So, who is more unjust than the one who fabricates a lie against Allah? When you have turned away from them, and those whom they worship, except Allah, then seek refuge in the cave, and your Lord will extend his mercy for you, and provide you ease in your matters. You would see the sun, when it rose, turning away from their cave towards the right, and when it set, it bypassed them towards the left, and they were lying in the hollow thereof. That is one of the signs of Allah. Whomsoever Allah guides is the one who gets the right path, and whomsoever he lets go astray, for him you will find no one to help, no one to lead. And you would think they were awake while they were asleep. We turned them on their sides, right and left, and their dog had its forelegs stretched out to the doorstep. If you had a look at them, you would have fled away from them and would have been filled with awe of them. In this way we raised them up until they asked each other. One of them said, How long did you tarry? They said, A day, or part of a day. They said, Your Lord knows best how long you tarried. So, send one of you with this silver coin of yours to the city and let him look around which of the eatables are the purest, and let him bring you some food from there. And he must act in polite manner, and must not let anyone know about you. If they, the habitants of the city, will know about you, they will stone you or force you to revert to their faith, and in that case, you will never find success. And in this way, we made them known to the people of the city, so that they realize that Allah's promise is true, and that there is no doubt about the hour, the day of resurrection. When they were disputing among themselves in their matter, they said, Erect a building over them. Their Lord knows them best. Said those who prevailed in their matter, We will certainly make a mosque over them. Some will say, They were 3, the fourth of them being their dog, and some will say, 5, the sixth of them being their dog, just making conjectures. And others will say, 7, the eighth of them is their dog. Say, My Lord knows best about their number. No one knows them except a few, so do not argue about them except an apparent argumentation. And do not ask anyone of these about them. And never say about anything, I will do this tomorrow, unless you say, If Allah wills. And remember your Lord if you forget, and say, to those who asked you about the story of the people of the cave, Maybe, my Lord will lead me to something closer than this to guidance. They stayed in their cave for 300 years and added 9. Say, Allah knows best how long they stayed. To him belongs the unseen of the heavens and the earth, how well he sees and how well he hears. They have no supporter other than him, and he lets no one share his authority. And recite what has been revealed to you of the book of your Lord. There is no one to change his words, and you will never find a refuge beside him. Keep yourself content with those who call their Lord morning and evening, seeking his pleasure, and let not your eyes overlook them, seeking the splendor of the worldly life. And do not obey the one whose heart we have made heedless of our remembrance, and who has followed his desire and whose behavior has exceeded the limits. And say, the truth is from your Lord. Now, whoever so wills may believe and whoever so wills may deny. Surely, we have prepared for the unjust a fire, whose tent will envelop them. And if they will beg for help, they shall be helped with water like oily dregs that will scald the faces. Vile is the drink, and evil is the fire as a resting place. As for those who believe and do righteous deeds, of course, we do not waste the reward of those who are good in deeds. Those are the ones for whom there are eternal gardens, rivers flowing beneath them. They will be adorned therein with bracelets of gold, and they will be dressed in green garments, made of fine silk and thick silk, reclining therein on couches. Excellent is the reward and beautiful is the paradise as a resting place. Give them an example. There were 2 men, we gave one of them 2 gardens of grapes, and surrounded both of them with date palms, and placed vegetation between them. Both the gardens brought forth their fruit, and suppressed nothing from it, and we caused a stream to flow through them. And he had wealth. So he said to his companion while conversing with him, I am greater than you in wealth and stronger in manpower. And he entered his garden while he was doing wrong to himself. He said, I do not think that this will ever perish. And I do not think that the hour, day of judgment, has to come. And even if I am sent back to my Lord, I will surely find a better place than this to resort to. Said his companion to him, as he was conversing with him, do you deny him who created you from dust, then from a drop of semen? Then he made you a perfect man. As for me, I believe that Allah is my Lord, and I do not associate anyone with my Lord. Why, when you entered your garden, did you not say, everything is, as Allah wills? There is no power except with Allah. If you see me inferior to you in wealth and children, then it is likely that my Lord will give me what is better than your garden, and will send to it a punishment from the heavens, and it will become a barren land, or its water will sink deep in the earth, so that you will never be able to search it out. And its produce was overwhelmed by calamities, and he stood wringing his hands in anguish over what he had invested in it, while it was fallen down on its trellises, and he was saying, I wish I had not ascribed any partner to my Lord. There were no supporters for him beside Allah, who could come to his help, nor was he able to defend himself. That is where the power of protection rests with Allah, the true God. He is the best in rewarding and best in requiting. Give them the example of the worldly life. It is like water we sent down from the sky, then the vegetation of the earth was mingled with it, and then it turned into chaff that is blown by the winds, and Allah is powerful over everything. Wealth and children are the embellishment of the worldly life, and the everlasting virtues are better with your Lord, both in rewards and in creating good hopes. And visualize the day when we will make mountains move, and you will see the earth fully exposed, and we shall gather them together, so as not to leave a single one of them, and they shall be presented lined up before your Lord. It will be said to them, Lo, you have come to us just as we had created you for the first time, while you claimed that we would not make any appointed time for you. And the book of deeds will be placed before them. Then you will see the guilty people scared of its contents and saying, Woe to us! What a book is this? It has missed nothing, minor or major, but has taken it into account. Thus they will find whatever they did present before them, and your Lord will not wrong anyone. Recall, when we said to the angels, Prostrate yourselves before Adam. So, they prostrated themselves, all of them but Iblis, Satan. He was of the jinn, so he rebelled against the command of his Lord. Do you still take him and his progeny as friends instead of me, while they are enemy to you? Evil is he as substitute of obedience to Allah, for wrongdoers. I did not make them witnesses of the creation of the heavens and the earth, nor of their own creation. I was not such that I should take the misleaders as helpers. Recall the day when he will say, Call my partners whom you claimed as such. So, they will call them, but they will not respond to them, and we will put a destructive barrier between them, and the sinners will see the fire, so they will know that they will have to fall into it, and they will find no way to bypass it. Indeed, we have explained in this Quran every subject in various ways for the benefit of the people, but out of all creation, man is most disputing. The only thing that prevented people from believing, even after the guidance had come to them, and from seeking forgiveness from their Lord, is, they demand, that what used to come to the earlier people should come to them as well, or that the punishment should visit them face to face. We send the messengers only as bearers of good tidings and warnings, and those who disbelieve raise disputes on the basis of the false arguments, so that they may nullify the truth with it, and they have taken my signs, and the warnings given to them, as mockery. Who is more unjust than the one who was reminded through the signs of his Lord, but he turned away from them, and forgot what his own hands sent ahead? Indeed, we have put covers on their hearts that bar them from understanding it, and we have created deafness in their ears. And if you call them to guidance, even then they will never adopt the right path. Your Lord is the most forgiving, the Lord of mercy. If he seizes them for what they did, he may cause the punishment to befall them sooner, but there is an appointed time for them, from which they can never find a place of refuge. These are the towns that we destroyed when they, for example, their people, transgressed, and we had appointed a time for their destruction. Recall, when Musa said to his young man, I shall not give up until I reach the meeting point of the two seas, or else I shall go on traveling for years. So, when they reached the meeting point of the two seas, they forgot their fish, and it made its way into the sea as in a tunnel. When they went further, he said to his young man, Bring us our morning meal. We have, indeed, had much fatigue from this journey of ours. He said, You see, when we stayed at the rock, I forgot the fish. It was none but Satan who made me forget it to tell you about it, and it made its way into the sea in an amazing manner. He said, That was what we were looking for. So they returned, retracing their footsteps. Then they found one of our servants whom we blessed with mercy from us and whom we gave knowledge, our knowledge from our own. Musa said to him, May I have your company so that you teach me some of the rightful knowledge you have been given? He said, You can never bear with me patiently. And how would you keep patient over something your comprehension cannot grasp? He, Musa, said, You will find me patient, if Allah wills, and I shall not disobey any order from you. He said, Well, if you follow me, do not ask me about anything unless I myself start telling you about it. So, they both moved ahead, until when they boarded a boat, he sliced it, by removing one of its planks. He, Musa, said, Did you slice it to drown its people? In fact, you have done a terrible act. He said, Did I not say that you can never bear with me patiently? He, Musa, said, Do not hold me punishable for what I forgot, and do not make my course too difficult for me. So, they moved ahead until when they met a boy, he killed him. The boy, he, Musa, said, Did you kill an innocent soul while he did not kill anyone? You have committed a heinous act indeed.